A fine start to the day, then clouding over with rain in the north, and then things warm up as we head into the weekend. I'll have all the details of that and more coming up on Good Morning Britain.
Is in September, Laura.
So I talked about them yesterday, how we had these record-breaking temperatures for September for the UK. Now we know that globally we have just had our hottest September ever recorded. So this graph shows the temperatures for September going back to 1940 all the way to present day. They've been below average, but from 2000 they've climbed above average. But here, this September globally has been the hottest September by not just a little, but breaking the previous record by half a degree. And now we're on track to have the hottest year Earth has ever recorded. This coincided with yesterday, Pope Francis writing a letter to the world saying about his concerns of climate change, those most impacted and least responsible. And he's asking world leaders ahead of COP28, which is next month, to focus on being more eco and renewable rather than being all consuming. And with these climbing temperatures and a potentially record-breaking year ahead, it's easy to see why. Now, for us, things are warming up as we head through the next few days. But before we get there, weather fronts are moving in. So it's a bit of a divided outlook as we head through the coming days. Northern areas have rain, but it's the south that sees our climbing temperatures. Sunday is the peak, 26 degrees Celsius, 10 degrees above our average for the time of year, which follows on from this record-breakingly warm September we just experienced. But here's how things look for today. Rain in the north, bright conditions further south. So here's the latest satellite and radar image, and it shows a weather front moving in from the west already, bringing with it rain. That moves through Northern Ireland, North Wales, Northern England, and then has its sights set on Scotland later on this afternoon. Within that, the rain heavy, some strong winds coming through. So basically, anywhere from the Midlands northwards likely to be cloudy and wet this afternoon. Anywhere from the Midlands southwards, cloudy, some spells of sunshine, and still mild, highs of around about 18 or 19 degrees. But this whole band of rain clears away, and then the outlook is warming up as we head through the next few days. Good morning to you. We have a fairly transitional weather as we head through the next few days. Yes, things are set to warm up as we head towards the end of the week. Climbing temperatures, especially into the weekend, up to 10 degrees above average. Before we get there, weather fronts moving in, and they make progress today across many northern areas. Further south, it stays largely dry. Here's how it looks on the latest satellite and radar. Cloudy skies for many of us, but also some rain across the north and west. So rain moving into Northern Ireland, already across western parts of Wales and northwest England. This is how it looks now, and here's how it progresses as we head through the next few hours. It moves eastwards, so clearing from Northern Ireland later on this afternoon, turning wet across Scotland, the far north of England, and across the north of Wales. Anywhere further south, it's largely fine and dry, so bright and breezy, the name of the game, with top temperatures around about 18 or 19 degrees in the south, so that's still above average for the time of year, 14 to 16 further north with some gusty winds. That'll feel disappointingly cool. Now, this evening and overnight tonight, the whole band of rain slowly moves eastwards. In its wake, we have cloudy, murky skies, so a mild, cloudy night to come with more rain on the way. So let's see how things pan out as we head through the next 7 days. The thing is that high pressure is trying to build in, and it's that keeps weather fronts at bay, that makes things fine and settled. But across the north, weather fronts will make progress. So first of all, the best of the heat is really further south as we head through the coming days. But in the north, temperatures still will climb above average, the peak being later on into next week, around about Tuesday, the high 20, maybe 21 degrees. Percentage chance of rainfall across the north. We're more likely to see weather fronts bringing rain. That happens today, more like showers for tomorrow, and more rain to come on Saturday. But it slowly starts to see the influence of the high pressure as things turn drier from the end of the weekend into next week. Fortunes further south for England and Wales for the next 7 days. Well, temperature-wise, they continue to climb. Sitting a little above, around about average today, climbing way above average into the weekend and moderating down next week. Percentage chance of rainfall in the south, well, high pressure does its job, keeping those weather fronts at bay, and the outlook is largely fine and dry.